Hey, folks. Welcome to the Basement Show podcast. Short. That's right, baby. What do you got today, T?
Ooh, yeah, Ryan.
That's right, baby. Got something good. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take you to the magical city of Delaware.
Yes, crab sandwiches for everybody.
To talk about the legend of Mr. Chew. C-H-E-W,
right.
by the way. While not a particularly mean-spirited ghost, Samuel Chew's story is still slightly disconcerting. Samuel Chew was a normal guy with a normal job, but with a weird name. He was the Chief Justice in Delaware in the 1700s. He was tormented on the daily for his name.
Aww.
As he walked, some would mimic a sneeze or pretend to chew on something.
Wow, how original.
I know. Apparently, people in the 1700s were ruthless in their roasting strategies.
Come on down to my ruthless roast. Woo! That's great.
Because as soon as Mr. Chew died, he started haunting the place.
That's right.
He was a fair and just in and out of court, and both liked and admired by the people of Dover, except, of course, teasing him about his name.
That's right.
However, after his death, those who mocked his name did so with more zeal. Others couldn't see the point of mocking a dead man, but the spirit of Mr. Chew was not dead, and it was adamant that it was the ridicule was to end.
Nice.
It was a cold autumn night when Mr. Chew's specter made its first appearance. A farmer, David Hendricks, was on his way to a tavern, of course, where most of the farmers meet after working in the fields.
Yeah, they do.
When it rose up in the light of the moon, the black robes that Mr. Chew wore during his life now wavered in the night wind, and his wig shone much brighter in the moonlight. Hendricks was cold and scared, and to his mortification, started to sneeze.
Ooh.
Needless to say, the ghost didn't like that and started chasing Mr. Hendricks. He ran all the way home and told his wife about the terrifying ordeal he had just went through. First of all, if your husband comes home from the tavern talking about I got chased by a ghost,
right.
I'd be like, who spiked your drink?
Exactly. Well, how many did you have? What else did you have?
The next morning, his wife told their neighbor about what happened, and before too long, the story had made its way through the town. The episode was finally forgotten. But 1 year later, the miller, Peter Droongoggle...
Whoa.
I know.
Next.
Droongoggle. How did he not get teased
That's
for
what
his
I'm
name?
just thinking. And then that song popped into my head real quick, T. Oh, here he comes. Watch out, girl. He'll chew you up.
He's man-eater. Was on his way home with the wind blowing hard and the rain assaulting him. The wind blew his lantern to the ground. He reached down to pick it up, and as he stood, there was the ghost of Mr. Chew right in front of him. Peter remembered that he had mocked the judge once and now regretted it.
No kidding.
His face turned white. He dropped his lantern and ran. It was reported that the ghost would pull on males' tailcoats and send shivers up women's spines. He was relentless in his haunting and targeted anyone who dared come near him.
Wow.
Everyone in Dover stayed inside after dark out of fright. People closed up shops and stayed indoors, and taverns were empty except for the owners. This continued every night, and the tavern owners were worried about how they would pay their bills. Children were not allowed to play outside anymore, and no one socialized after dark. Things got so bad for the people of Dover, they held a town meeting on how to deal with this ghost.
Wow.
They decided that the way to get rid of Chew was to hold a funeral. They didn't hold a funeral for him for the first time?
Exactly. Probably because they would have passed out tissues and he would have got pissed.
The people of Dover, they held the funeral for him. The citizens of Dover buried an empty casket under a tree where he was cited the most. Occasionally, Mr. Chu haunts any person who makes fun of his name, but other than that, the funeral worked in suppressing his anger.
Nice.
So pick up your lantern and chew on that like button.
That's right.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. We'll be back next week with a full episode.
Yeah.
Until then.
Yeah. Achoo! We love you. We love Mr. Chu, too. We should bring him some Puffs Plus and a pack of gum.
What do you call that? Nasal spray.
Yeah, that's right. Nasoport.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Yes. Yes.